Hi everyone, in this video I will show you how to replace the power brake booster on 1998 to 2004 Isuzu Rodeo and 1998 to 2002 Honda Passport. The vehicle used for this video is a 2001 Isuzu Rodeo LS. Start by disconnecting the negative battery cable for safety. Remove the bolt that fastens the brake proportioning valve shown with the arrow. Next step, remove the nut shown with the arrow. Next, remove the nut located on the other side of the brake master cylinder shown with the arrow. Next, remove the metal bracket shown on the screen. Next, separate the wire loom that is attached to the power steering reservoir bracket by inserting a flat screwdriver in the area shown on the screen and pulling it straight up at the same time. Next, remove the bolt that fastens the wire loom to the left valve cover shown with the arrow. Move the wire loom to the side and remove the first bolt that fastens the power steering reservoir holding bracket shown with the arrow. Next, remove the second retaining bolt shown with the arrow. Next, slide the power steering reservoir towards the left valve cover as shown on the screen. Disconnect the electrical plug from the brake master cylinder by pressing on the plastic tab of the connector and pulling on it away from the master cylinder reservoir at the same time. Compress the metal tabs of the hose clamp that secures the vacuum hose attached to the brake booster. Slide the clamp away from the brake booster a couple of inches and disconnect the vacuum hose from the brake booster. Next, separate the brake master cylinder from the brake booster and using a piece of rope or a long shoelace, tie the brake master cylinder as shown on the screen to make enough room and have enough clearance when removing the bad brake booster from the vehicle. Next, remove the aluminum spacer shown on the screen. Next, release the metal clamp shown with the green arrow that secures the ECM to the plastic holder. Pull the plastic tab shown with the blue arrow and slide the ECM out of its mounting location. Move the ECM towards the air filter box to make room and have additional clearance when removing the bad brake booster from the vehicle. Next, using needle nose pliers, remove the metal clip that secures the metal pin that joins the brake booster pushrod to the brake pedal. Next, remove the metal pin with your fingers as shown on the screen. Next, remove the 4 nuts that fasten the brake booster to the vehicle shown with the green arrows. Next, remove the bad brake booster from the vehicle and set it on a workbench. Place the new or remanufactured brake booster next to the old one to make sure that they're similar and identify the items that need to be transferred from the old unit to the new one. Next, measure the distance between the nut that locks the bracket at the end of the pushrod and the metal clip that secures the rubber dust boot in place as shown on the screen. Make sure that when you transfer the bracket from the old brake booster to the new one, the distance remains the same. Next, transfer the aluminum spacer from the old brake booster to the new one. Once those items have been transferred from the old brake booster to the new one, it's time to install it on the vehicle. Guide the new brake booster into its mounting location, but don't push it all the way in just yet. From under the steering column, guide the bracket at the end of the brake booster pushrod so it slides over the brake pedal as shown on the screen, and proceed to install all the remaining components in the reverse order they were removed, making sure that all the nuts and bolts are tightened to the correct specs. You can easily find the torque specs for each fastener online. And that's how simple it is to replace the power brake booster on 1998 to 2004 Isuzu Rodeo and 1998 to 2002 Honda Passport.